Sky still turning blue. Cold floor underneath my feet. Room still half asleep. Espresso running slowly. Coffee drifting through the room. Late spring light outside the window. Day not fully there just yet. Pull on a hoodie and running shoes. Step out into the cold. Quiet streets before the traffic. Breathing through the morning air. Come back while the sky gets lighter. Water running from my hair. Stretch once near the mirror. Shoulders still a little tight. Weekday starting up again. Same way to work. People gather near the glass. Paper cups and tired faces moving toward the train. Same way to work. Cold air against my hands. Someone passing through this station. Gone before it matters much. Same way to work. Nothing really standing out. Morning pulling everybody further into town. Button up drying near the doorway. Sleeves rolled past the wrist. Fog fading from the mirror. Room already getting brighter. Stop by at the usual cafe. Americano to go. Morning crowd outside the station. Moving with the usual flow. Train doors opening slowly. People stepping through the light. Someone standing by the window. Looking half awake like me. Stationer still half asleep. Same way to work. People leaning near the doors. Card readers flashing green before the crowd moves in. Same way to work. Coffee cooling in my hand. Morning moving on around me like it always does. Same way to work. Nothing really different yet. Train pulling everybody further into town. Still cold outside. Train doors sliding open. Morning starting over like it always does. Late leaving again somehow. Toast held between my teeth. Cold milk in one hand. Bag slipping off my shoulder. Missed the short light by the pharmacy. Now everybody waits again. Transit card nowhere in reach. Someone sighing way too loud. Cold milk shifting in my hand. Carton folding near the top. Rolled sleeves already past the light. Not looking rushed like everybody else. Light changes way too fast. Stuck waiting through another cycle. Morning crosswalk, weekday rush. People moving before the light. Milk carton slipping in my hand. Nobody slowing down. Shoulders brushing through the crowd. Everybody walking fast. Wasn't trying to notice much. Still little things stand out. Morning crosswalk, weekday rush. Traffic underneath the bridge. Everybody heading somewhere. before the signal changes. Train slowing near my stop, people crowding near the doors. Cold air pushing through the train car before anybody moves. Hair caught underneath my bag strap, battery sitting at 9%. Rolled sleeves disappearing briefly through the moving crowd. Step off near the platform map, balancing the paper carton. Doors already starting to close before the crowd clears out. Station still half asleep. Morning crosswalk, weekday rush, same crowd heading downtown. Cold milk turning warmer, crosswalk signal blinking red. People brushing past too close, everybody walking fast. Didn't mean to remember, I guess I see him pretty often. Morning crosswalk, weekday rush, nothing really different now. Still the weekday air feels slightly less distant than before. Late again somehow, train already leaving. Morning pulling everybody further into town. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost missed the cafe door, bag slipping from my shoulder. Milk carton, phone in one hand, trying not to drop them both. Door held open for a second, quiet go ahead through the noise. Cold air following inside, morning noise behind me. Line already near the window, before I look up fully. Finish the milk near the trash, iced latte glowing on the screen. Receipt tucked beside my phone case. Morning crowd keeps moving past, coffee smell in the doorway. Traffic underneath, morning moving too quickly. Half open door, people stepping around each other. Cold cups near the entrance, nobody really stopping long. Half open door, moment gone before it settles. Everybody heading somewhere before the light changes. Half open door, didn't think about it much, still remember it a little later than I should. Receipt folding near one hand, ice moving inside the plastic cup. Hold the door without thinking as somebody rushes in, already heading outside. Rolled sleeves near the doorway, morning air against my wrist. People moving past behind me, cold cup against my hand. Outside light through the glass, everybody heading somewhere like they always do. Coffee already getting cold. Half open door, everybody halfway somewhere. People passing through the entrance, morning pushing forward. Open door, seen that face around before, probably near this time of day without meaning to. Half open door, people moving past the doorway, neither one of us says much. Still the moment lingers slightly. Door closes slowly behind us, ice almost melted in the cup. Morning keeps moving forward like nothing happened. voices through the noise. Americano to go again. Water running down the side. Rolled sleeves near the pickup counter. One hand holding headphones loose. Usually leaving before I do. People moving around the doorway. Morning passing through. Coffee cooling near my hand. Everybody moving too fast. Morning barely starting. Americano to go. Condensation on my hand. People crossing before the signal. Nobody slowing down. Coffee swinging with my steps. Traffic humming underneath. Didn't mean to notice much. Still notice little things. Outside feels warmer this week. People carrying lighter coats. Rolled sleeves passing by the window. Same pace as always. Crosswalk changing too quickly. Someone rushing through the light. Coffee sweating through the plastic. Cold against my hand now. Headphones hanging by one side. Disappearing through the crowd. Guess some mornings feel familiar in ways I didn't notice before. Morning disappearing again. People already heading back outside. Americano to go. Condensation on my sleeve. Everybody heading somewhere like they do this every day. Coffee swinging with my steps. Traffic humming underneath. Wasn't trying to remember it. Still notice little things. Still cold somehow. Platform filling up again. Cold light near the ceiling. Same train almost every morning. Same doors sliding open. Back pressed near my side now. Cold cup against my hand. Somewhere near the yellow line. Rolled sleeves already there. People shifting without looking. Everybody half awake. Train lights running through the tunnel. Morning moving underneath. Everybody finding somewhere to stand. A few steps ahead, never really far away. Different pace through the station, still ending up the same. A few steps ahead, people moving in between. Doors already starting to close before the crowd settles in. Cold cup near my hand. City pulling everything forward. Didn't think about it much. Still starting to feel familiar. Same car almost every weekday. Standing near the middle doors. Headphones hanging from almost every morning. Train already filling up. Cold cup pressed against my jacket. Half awake and moving slow. Someone standing near the yellow line. Same bag resting near their side. Headphones hanging from one shoulder. Looking out before we stop. Tunnel lights across the windows. Everybody staring down. Morning moving underneath us. Without saying very much. Another weekday starting up. Middle doors again, same train almost every day. People shifting through the aisles, trying not to miss their stop. Middle doors again, different faces passing through. Somehow certain things stay familiar, even when I don't mean them to. Cold air running through the station. Train already pulling out. Didn't think about it much, still noticing somehow. Coffee shop below the platform. Same line moving toward the street. Somebody rushing through the crosswalk before the signal changes back. Headphones hanging by one side, disappearing through the crowd. Morning sunlight on the buildings, everything already bright. Train map glowing overhead now, everybody packed too close. Rolled sleeves near the middle doors, gone before the train slows down. Morning already moving again. Middle doors again, never really standing still. People crossing past each other like they always will. Middle doors again, same distance every time. Nobody trying to say anything, still ending up nearby. Cold cup near my hand now. City pulling everything forward. Wasn't trying to remember it, still notice little things. Train slowing near my stop. Morning staying half awake. Cloudy morning near the station. Everyone walking faster. Coffee line moving toward the street. Nobody stopping long. Escalator packed too tightly. Someone cutting through too quick. Bag slipping from my shoulder. Trying not to miss the light. People turning near the crossing. Different rhythm through the crowd. Too much space up near the corner without really noticing why. Everything moving like usual, still feels slightly off somehow. Weekday timing, miss the light again. People moving past my shoulder before I cross the street. Weekday timing, too much space beside the rail. Morning moving like it always does, just slightly out of place. Cold air underneath the station, shoes against the pavement lines. Didn't think about it much, still stays with me somehow. Train already leaving early, next one coming in too slow. Someone running down the stairs now, coffee almost spilling out. Gray light hanging on the buildings, windows glowing half awake. Usually somebody near the corner. Today the space just stays the same. Headphones tangled in my jacket, traffic building underneath. Morning pulling everybody forward without waiting for anyone. Another weekday passing through, everybody heading somewhere. Weekday timing, missed the light again. People moving past my shoulder before I cross the street. Weekday timing, too much space beside the rail. Morning moving like it always does, just slightly out of place. Cold light across the sidewalks, city already fully awake. Wasn't trying to remember it, still stays with me somehow. Crosswalk changing back again, morning already moving.
Cloudy morning by the crosswalk, everybody dressed too warm. Umbrella still half folded, waiting near the signal light.
Coffee line outside the corner store, people spilling toward the street. Someone stepping closer sideways, trying not to block the door.
Gray reflections on the windows,
Shoes against the wet concrete. Morning moving through the buildings without slowing down for long.
everything feels closer now.
Almost raining, sidewalk filling up too quickly. People turning through the crosswalk before the signal changes back. Almost raining, standing close and near the entrance. Everybody moving slower like the weather's settling in.
Cold air underneath the awning,
Gray sky hanging over town. Didn't say a single thing, still stayed there somehow.
lobby lights already glowing,
Shoes leaving marks across the floor.
elevator almost closing,
Someone holding one more time.
headphones hanging from one shoulder,
Coffee balanced near one hand.
standing closer than usual.
Neither looking up too long.
Morning crowd across the hallway,
Name tags catching muted light.
everybody heading somewhere.
Without thinking very much.
Another morning starting slowly.
Almost raining, people shifting near the doorway. Umbrellas pressed against against their coats, waiting for the light. Almost raining, too much movement through the lobby, same pace through the building entrance, without meaning anything.
Cold wind underneath the awning,
Gray reflections on the glass,
wasn't trying to notice it.
still stayed with me somehow.
Crosswalk changing back again.
Rain still holding off.
Running later than I meant to, cutting down the smallest street. Coffee sweating through the plastic against my jacket sleeve. Delivery bikes near the corner, doors unlocking one by one. Morning light between the buildings, brighter than the day before. Umbrella underneath one arm, waiting for the light to change. Same direction down the sidewalk, neither slowing down that much. Everything already moving. Side street light, coffee signs already on. People turning past the corner, heading upstairs. Half awake, side street light, somehow walking side by side. Same pace through the morning traffic till the signal changes back. Warm air from the lobby, receipt stuck near my shoe. Didn't think about it then, still comes back now and then. Lobby screen already changing, elevator taking too long. Someone catching one last closing door before it slides away. Headphones hanging from one shoulder, badge clip turning when you walk. Morning crowd along the hallway, barely watching where they're going. Convenience store beside the entrance, rain jackets near the glass. Clouds starting to break open, light coming through again. Another weekday starting up, side street light. People gathered near the doorway, coffee balanced near their jackets, talking half awake. Side street light, same flow through the office buildings. Everybody drifting somewhere without looking up that long. Light stretched across the windows, traffic underneath the bridge wasn't trying to keep it, still comes back now and then. Crosswalk turning back to red, morning already gone. Window side again,
Thought it might rain earlier, guess not.
grabbed water from downstairs.
Didn't realize till halfway up I left my card at the desk. Fluorescent lights already buzzing.
Somebody heating soup too early.
Blue shirt, sleeves rolled halfway up again. Didn't even look up long.
Printer light blinking red.
Monday already off a little. Window side, everybody half awake again. Coffee cups near computer screens. Jackets hanging off the chairs. Window side, you turn left near the pharmacy. I kept walking past the signal. Almost missed it completely. Warm air near the entrance. Receipt folded in my pocket. Probably throw it out later.
Phone battery at 12%. Didn't charge it overnight.
Copy room light still flickering. Nobody fixing it this week.
Coffee stain in my sleeve now from the lid not sitting right.
Heard you laughing somewhere nearby. Couldn't make out what it was.
Still stuck around for a while.
Clouds breaking over downtown. Windows side. Morning crowd near the elevators. Somebody running back for headphones. Doors already closing. Windows side. Same timing for a second. Then everybody split directions. Near the crosswalk lights. Lights stretched across the glass. Traffic moving under it. Already hard to hear anything. Crosswalk count almost at 0. Everybody crossing anyway. Break room empty when I got there. Poured the coffee slow. Stood near the window with the cup, nowhere to be for a minute. Same low clouds as yesterday. Didn't look like rain. You took a sip and didn't move. Just stayed where I was. Rush already done. Somewhere behind me. Hallway quiet down the hall. Finished half the cup, just standing. Didn't feel like going back yet. Quieter now than an hour ago. Break room light, clouds moving past the windows. Hands a little warmer now, that's about it. Break room light, nobody coming through the doorway. Cup still half full in my hands. Morning slowing down a little. Light moved across the counter. Didn't notice till it was gone. Lunch crowd still an hour out. Still nobody coming in. Finished the rest and up. Rinsed the cup and left it there. Walked back down the empty hall. Already past the quiet part. Nobody came in for a while. Didn't really mind it. Break room light still buzzing. Just stood there another minute. Break room light stay longer than I meant to. Cup already empty in my hand before I noticed
Someone said this place was worth it. Never walked this far for lunch. Line already out the door. Waited on the sidewalk a bit. Kylie talking to my left. Check the board and pick something fast. Got a number and found a spot somewhere near the back wall. Looked up somewhere in the noise. Few tables over, different group. Same jacket I've seen before. Look back down a little late. Table conversation kept on going. Few tables over, couldn't hear the conversation. Lunch crowd loud in every corner. Looked away before too long. Carly said something funny, pulled me back into the table. Ordered what they were having. Whole afternoon still ahead. Check came faster than expected. Everyone already reaching. Chair scraping, people standing. Someone heading for the exit. Walk back out past other tables. Eyes already on the street. Back into the midday heat. Sleeves still rolled from this morning. Sidewalk back toward the building. Colleagues talking through the walk. Lobby cooler than outside. Elevator already open. Floor numbers climbing back up. Few tables over. Just another face at lunch. Different block and different context. Took a second, then moved past it. Same streets back to the building. Nobody heading straight back. Somebody already talking about where to go next time. Back at the desk. Window looks the same outside.
Left the bag somewhere near the door. Key still in my jacket pocket. Fridge light on before the ceiling. Warmer inside than I thought. Same blue shirt on the chair again. Didn't hang it up this time either. Cold air when I hold the handle. Don't know why I checked my phone. Nothing new was gonna happen. Just stood there anyway. Summer air still coming through the window. Left it open since this morning. Quiet in a normal way. Nothing wrong, nothing changing. Fridge light, half awake in the kitchen. Rinse my hands and left the water running. Phone face down beside the sink. Fridge light, room getting darker slowly. Cup of water on the counter, going warm already. Same ceiling every evening, same sounds through the wall. Something with no name to it, just sitting here. Remote still on the floor somewhere. TV on, but not really watching. Tried to fold the laundry twice, gave up halfway through. Funny how a weekday evening just disappears like that. One room smaller than it looks when the night gets close. Nothing dramatic, nothing to fix. Microwave clock clinking, still haven't said it. Fridge light still on in the kitchen. Bare feet on the floor, listening to small sounds. Same office district in the morning. Same crosswalk, same coffee. Alarm already set. Window still half open. Summer air coming through. Bus breaks somewhere far below.
Packed up around 10 past 6, jacket off the chair for once. Elevator already crowded, everybody heading out. Still bright past the station exit, tie loosened on the way down. Convenience store, filling up cold cans, stacked near the back. One earbud, sleeves push once, laptop hanging too low. Office window still glowing, higher up across the street.
Logged up before the hour hit, grabbed my bag and didn't look back. Lobby moving faster than usual, more people outside than a Tuesday. Crosswalk light turned green, warm air against my face. Someone laughing near the corner, walk felt lighter somehow.
Car tap at the station gate, hair still holding office smell. Didn't really make plans tonight, still not ready to go home.
Still light out past the buildings, nobody's slowing down yet. Friday crosswalk,
loosen ties and lighter footsteps.
green light holding at the crosswalk.
Still bright past the signal.
Friday crosswalk,
Cold cans pressed against our hand. Same office district, different rhythm. More people out than usual. Screens going dark in pocket.
train crowd not there yet.
Somebody already cracked one open.
Somewhere near the entrance.
Roll my sleeves past the elbow, grabbed a can near the entrance. Group outside the convenience store, talking over passing traffic. Headphones off for once tonight, just the city coming through. Funny how the we feel smaller walking under evening light.
Past the usual cafe corner, coffee smell still hanging there. Summer wind between the buildings, moving slower than the train.
Dark jackets crossing sideways, signals changing over us. Nobody really heading home yet, not just yet anyway.
Nothing needs to happen, nothing anybody planned.
Just the whole city exhaling at the end of the week.
Everybody moving easier, warm air holding on to daylight.
Long enough to notice Friday crosswalk.
Same streets every evening,
But tonight the blocks feel wider, walking side by side apart. Office towers still glowing behind us.
still warm in the evening air.
Weekend starting somewhere back there. Summer not fully dark yet.
Signal changed again.
Still a few people crossing.
Beer cans cold through thin plastic. Summer not fully dark yet. Iced latte sweating through crowd, only runners passing by. Concrete railing, faded paint, Saturday air against my sleeves. Didn't really come for anything, just wanted somewhere quieter. Bike tires rolling slowly past, someone stretching near the bridge. Somewhere quiet, morning sitting on the water, just the sound of shoes passing down the riverside. Somewhere quiet, nothing asking anything, cup already sweating in my hands, that's about it. Saw him running on his own dark shirt, steady breathing, gone again a few seconds later, like part of the morning crowd. Clouds moving over slowly, latte watered down a little, tiny drops across the railing, people starting to stand up. Nobody saying anything, nobody needing to. Rain settling on the river, light enough to stay for. Somewhere quiet, water turning slightly darker, everyone leaving little by little before the rain gets worse. Somewhere quiet, bus stop near the corner, latte cup still half unfinished, sleeves down from the air. Bus lights through the drizzle, river fading behind me.
Out around 11:30, wasn't really hungry, just needed something cold. Walk down the block was short, place was almost empty. One guy near the counter, cooler humming louder than usual, lights buzzing overhead, basket hanging from one hand, didn't pick up anything yet. Just stood looking through the glass like I forgot what I came for. Cooler door cold against my arm, closing soon. Cashier counting drawer money, my bucket near the corner, tired light above the aisles, closing soon. Reading labels without seeing them, not really choosing anything. Stood there a little longer, plastic bag hanging from one hand. Street quieter than before, same block, same corner store, nothing really different. Riverside this morning, someone sitting near the railing, iced latte sweating through the cup. Only saw it for a second, kept running without slowing down. Dark shirt damp from the run, came back to me at the cooler. Fridge light on my sleeves, not the kind of thing you plan for, just the kind that shows up late. Fluorescent light across the glass, Saturday almost gone. Bag against my leg now, closing soon. Lights going off behind twice behind me. Kitchen still completely dark. Didn't turn the light on either. Just stood there for a minute. Window open to the night. City quieter than usual.
Reusable bags still crease from last week. Cartwheel pulling slightly left. Sunday crowd around the produce. Everybody moving slow. Picked up tomatoes near the bin. Set them back, picked different ones. Cold air drifting from the freezer aisle. Radio playing something low. Dark jacket 2 rows down. Standing near the drink salon. Same person from the river yesterday. Never looked up once. Barcode beeps across the aisles. Someone asking for a price check. Weekend groceries. Basket light in my left hand. Sunday light through the front windows. Same store, different aisle. Weekend groceries. Music quiet overhead. Everybody heading home with something. Plastic bags against their legs. Look back down at what I picked. Moved along to the next section. Kept my hands on what I had. Just kept moving with the basket.
Frozen meals and paper towels. Almost grabbed the same cheap coffee. Didn't really need that much. Just enough for Monday morning. Phone buzzing in my pocket once. Didn't check it right away. Line moving near the register. Sunlight fading through the glass. Someone laughing near the fruit section. Kid asking for chocolate twice. Didn't notice anything different. Just another Sunday trip.
Receipt folded in the side pocket. Weekend groceries. Cold handles on the baskets. Automatic doors sliding open. Warm air outside again. Weekend groceries. Walk back out into the sunlight. Bag heavier than before. Sunday somewhere near the end. Look back down at what I picked. Moved along to the next section. Kept my hands on what I had. Just kept moving with the basket. Plastic bag against the floor. Apartment quiet before dark.
Same exit every evening. Crowd thinning at the top. Warm air coming through the turnstile. Week not done but close enough. Somebody came through just after. Footsteps fell in with mine. Didn't think much at first. Just the usual exit crowd. Pace matched without trying. Half a step behind and then even didn't look over. Just kept moving with the block. Same direction down the sidewalk. Same direction. Didn't say anything about it. Sidewalk wide enough for both of us. Nobody's slowing down. Same direction, traffic moving on the left. Somebody walking close enough to notice without looking. Evening air still warm, people peeling off at corners. One block going the same way, then the street divided up. Past the convenience store together, neither one of us winning. Somebody laughing near the crosswalk. Light took longer than usual. Aware of every half step, jacket sleeve almost in range. Didn't move away from it, didn't move toward it either. Signal change and crowd divided, different corners, different blocks. Footsteps fading off to the left, back to just the usual noise. Corner came up anyway. Same direction, one block out of how many? Sidewalk back to just myself. Didn't look back after. Same direction, just the sound of someone turning off towards somewhere else. Evening filling back in, evening air still warm, city noise already filling in. One block going the same way, then the street divided up. Turnstile sound still in my head. Block already done.
Out the door before I planned to. Didn't really have a reason. Iced latte from the counter, took it to the outside tables. Warmer than it should be this early. Sat down with nowhere to be. Condensation on the cup already. Nobody much out here yet. Watch the street fill up in pieces. Short sleeves and office bags. Stayed a little longer than I meant to. Didn't feel like moving yet. Cup already sweating through my hand. Outside table, morning coming through the buildings. Warm enough to just sit here. Nowhere urgent to be at. Outside table, street getting busier slowly. Same corner every morning. Better from out here today. Took another sip and stayed. Watched the crosswalk fill and empty. Didn't tell myself I was waiting. Just didn't feel like leaving. Didn't notice him at first, just noticed the cup first. Iced Americano on the railing. Thin shirt, sleeves already up. Standing close enough to notice, not close enough to say anything. both of us just watching the street morning, doing what it does. Finished mine before he did, didn't really want to leave. First gathered up my bag slowly, crosswalk already counting down. Neither one of us said anything. Outside table stayed till the cup was empty, longer than I usually do. Morning felt a little different. Outside table, sun already hitting the pavement, same corner as always. Someone standing close enough, took another sip and stayed. Watched the crosswalk fill and empty. Didn't tell myself I was waiting, just didn't feel like leaving. Bag on my shoulder, finally, already running late. Same line home as always. Doors opened at the platform. Stepped in without thinking. Found a spot near the middle. Took a second to look up. Somebody already standing there. Same face from 100 mornings. Neither of us moved. Heat rising through my face. Looked down at my phone screen, still black in my hand. Train pulling out slowly. Grabbed the same car I always do. Doors were closing anyway. Looked up once to check the map. Didn't need to check the map. Stood there not quite knowing where to put my hands. Shifted weight to the other side. Probably obvious anyway. 3 more stops to go. Same light in the windows. City passing in the dark outside. Neither one of us said anything. Whole ride went by too fast. Same light in the windows. Somebody standing close enough. Too many stops already gone. Not enough left to do anything. Hands that didn't know what to do. Eyes landing anywhere else. Train just kept on moving, like it always does. Exit came up faster than I wanted. People moving toward the doors. Didn't wanna be the first one off. Ended up the second. Followed out without meaning to. Same direction anyway. Footsteps loud on the empty platform. Escalator side by side. Corner coming up ahead. Same light in the windows, still behind my eyes. Somehow walked the block without a word. Corner came up anyway. Same light in the windows, street divided like it always does. Slowed down just a little, turned around the same time. Eyes met for just a second, didn't need a word for it. Just a nod and then the the corner.
Train still moving somewhere,
Like it always does.